Shalom. Shalom. Okay, we supposed to do family tree, right? But I want to say a few things, man, everybody, right? Because I noticed, I guess I've been rubbing people the wrong way. And I don't want to rub nobody the wrong way, man. You know, I really don't. And I don't want nobody to rub me the wrong way. Okay? The scripture tell us, you know, the Most High don't deal with fear. And I don't deal with fear. And the scriptures say, the Most High say, who will fight for me? Right? And I also know we all are filthy rags. You know, he said he would be our shield and our buckler. Right? I noticed that for whatever reason, all of us teach at times. And I'm not joking with y'all. My inbox be flooding and stuff. And it's like, what's going on? Basically. You know, I was told all eyes on me. We watching. Right? And I mean, we just bringing out scriptures. But I will say this, man. I'm going to continue to read the Bible. I'm going to continue to read the Bible. Read the Bible. I don't want anybody to think that I'm attacking them personally. My last feed I had, you know, I went on a brother and, you know, as far as I'm concerned, that's over with. You know, hey, what's up, son? As far as I'm concerned, that's over with. When I say over with, it's over with. I'm done. I'm done with that. You know, I don't have no animosity toward anyone. Okay. And I don't want anybody to have animosity toward me, but if you do, then that's your issue because I have no animosity or anger or hatred towards anyone. You know, but I'm seeing that, and I think it's mostly because it's people that I know, and I think what I'm saying is stinging. Okay. What I'm saying is stinging. Somebody just asked to come on. I don't know if you, Haram, I don't know if you asked him to come on or just said that. You could decline, but while I'm talking, you just gotta wait. We gotta read the Bible, guys. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get my Bible. We gotta stick with the word, man, and stay true to the word. Because I'm pretty sure all of us that's been in this knowledge probably have been in more arguments ever in our life, right? So I want to stick to what I said I was going to do tonight. You know, some people may say, oh, that's wrong. You know, the Most High tells us going to deal with genealogy. We're not supposed to do it. Okay, somebody said, let's go live. Let's see who this is. I just don't want no folly, so let's just see who this is. But let's see. I'm blocking immediately, man, if any disrespect.
Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom, bro. What's going on, King?
Are we breaking up?
No, I'm good. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, I think we got a bad connection.
No, I hear you real good. I hear you loud and clear.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. I'm good. I'm good over
Let
here.
me move.
I can hear you. I'm good.
Huh?
I hear you loud and clear. I hear you loud and
Yeah.
clear.
Nah. Well, I'm breaking up. Well, you chopping up.
Now you're breaking up.
Yeah.
I can't. What'd you say?
I want to see what you're talking about. I'm not.
Oh, okay. Man, you breaking up. I'm assuming you saw something. I'm a cool brother or something. According to the seed of your father. It cut off. I'm gonna try to bring you back on. I don't know what happened. I'm adding you back on. Yeah, he was. Sandy Klein. Yeah, he was better in where he was at. If he come back on, I'll tell him. Yeah, you was good when you was sitting down. I think you should have waited because everybody could hear you. Yeah.
We good?
Yeah. I can hear you loud and clear. You go ahead. You got the floor.
Hello. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You got the floor. Go ahead. I said,
Huh?
according to the seed of your father. No, I was saying, according to the seed of your
We
father, you
broken
were
up.
saying, do I believe that they Israelites, Native Americans and Hispanics are Israelites? I said, according to the seed of your father.
Yeah, we're so breaking up, brother.
I hear you loud and clear. I mean, everybody, can everybody hear him? I hear him loud and clear. Can everybody hear me? Come on, everybody
It's
say they can
choppy
hear.
on my end.
Well, you go ahead and speak, and then, you go ahead and speak.
Uh, well, I respectfully want to. I don't know what your belief is. I see you go along. You go live with a lot of my brothers. From the One West. All praises, cool, whatever. I'm not. I come from that old. My background. I come from that old One West. ICUPK, ICGJC. The guy that was calling himself the Godsend Comforter had my mother involved in that. My
Right.
family. Which now, as a Latino, I'm back home on my land, Puerto Rico. I come to find out I don't know crap, biblical doctrine. So I'm not going to try to battle knowledge. I was just trying to want to go live with you to see, what do you believe? Do you believe us Hispanics and Native Indians are Israelites, or you on that Black Power shit? Respectfully asking.
Well, I will answer the latter first, the last part, and then I'll answer the first part. I'll answer the last part first. There's no such thing as Black Power shit. Right?
We're breaking up.
I'll answer that part first. But the first part, did you hear me? Did you hear me?
We're breaking up.
I said I will answer the latter. I will answer the latter part first. You said, do I believe Native Americans and Hispanics are Israelites, or am I on some Black Power shit? I said I will answer the last part first. There's no such thing as Black Power shit. I start there. The first part I would say, whether you green, purple, orange, right, or look like dog doo-doo, right? Yellow is the seed of your
Man.
father. It's the seed of your father. It go by the seed of your father. Can you hear me? You can't hear me?
No.
Try to move
Choppy.
around.
Okay,
Choppy.
I heard.
Walk around.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Let me go outside.
Right. Can you hear me now?
I'm in the islands.
Okay, yes. Don't worry about it, son. I got it. Hey, son, don't comment. Don't comment. It's all good.
I think ask the audience if they can hear us. Because I'm not, I just want to chop it up with you. You always seem like a cool dude, man.
They said they can
Like
hear.
you're
I can
older.
hear you.
Okay,
Right.
on my end, you was very, very, very choppy.
Okay, how about now?
Now you're cool. It's cool. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
We hear. I can hear you. Yeah. So I'm gonna start over. You said about the Hispanics and Native Americans, are they Hebrew Israelites, right? That's the first part, right? And then you said, am I on some
According to your
black
belief.
power shit? Right. But I'm gonna answer the latter part first. You said, am I on some black power shit? I will answer the latter part first. There's no such
breaking up
thing
again.
as Most High to cut your power out, brother.
You're breaking
Lights
up
going
again.
on and off. You all right? Okay.
It's not, man. Okay. I'm here. You there?
Okay. Yeah, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, I'm by my
Hear you
gate.
loud and clear.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
All right. I will say this. Let me hear you because this must be very important. So let me know how you feel, brother, because you say you found out you don't know squat, right? So what is it that you believe in? I believe that I'm a Hebrew Israelite, according to the seed of your father, according to
Right on.
Deuteronomy 20 chapter. That's what I believe in.
Well, it's a good question. Through faith, everybody wants to prove. First Thessalonians, I'm from the old school, one West, Israelite, ICUPK. First Thessalonians 5 verse 21. Prove all things, prove all things. Well, one thing that what I got out of it was there is such a thing called faith. A lot of things I can't prove. Now, I'm 39 years old. I'm almost 40. We're in a time where it's knowledge. Knowledge is increasing, right? We were taught in the old program. It almost made me. It dummied me down, being a part of that black Israelite cult that I was a part of, right? So I've always known in my spirit that as a Latino, Native Indian, my mother's Comanche, my father from Puerto Rico. That's why I'm at in Puerto Rico, right? That we are the people. So now looking in further into things, I'm kind of shying away, like big ups to all no disrespect to my One West, you know what I'm saying? But I'm starting to see things, well, some would say, well, he's Ephraim, he's vexed. Is he, or is he stumbling upon some things that's going on right now? What's going on right now? What's going on right now is there's an awakening. Okay? What is that awakening? Okay? Well, we are the children. Um, you know, we know that our people have mixed with Ham coming from Israel. Okay? There's a big percentage of black people that are really Hamitic, that us Shemitic people really see. And we still accept you guys. So, with that being said, I'm trying to reevaluate things, if you will. Oh, yes, brother. There's an awakening. Not to take away from you, you know? Maybe you're the prophet. I don't
I hear
know.
you.
Maybe you're the prophet. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, Acts chapter 13, verse 1 said that there were certain prophets as Simeon and, I don't know, Barnabas or something like that was called Niger, right? But understand, though, the Shemitic people, we're not from Ham. And you being an African American, you don't even, there's an awakening of the Shemitic people really coming back to the Father. You understand? So you asked me what I believe? Well, Belief is something that I can't prove. It's just my belief. I'm religious. So I'm not going to down talk you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you are the real children of Israel. Maybe I am. You know what I'm saying? Let the wheat grow with the tares. You feel me? So I'm down here in my island, Puerto Rico, straight up and down. You understand? That's where we at.
Right.
But respect. You know, I don't like this like black supremacy type bullshit because it wasn't like that. Not with the children of Israel. Deuteronomy 28:64 said we were scattered amongst all people. You understand? It's, everybody wants to make it, you know, like, oh, well, Ephraim Bex. But no, you asked me what I believe. And the water for hearing me. You know what I mean? Respect.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't on no, let's battle knowledge. I'm a dude by faith, you know what I'm saying, that believes he's a Hebrew. So what? What is that going to do for you? Do you lust to your brother's wife? Do you masturbate? Do you watch porn? You know? Do you you know what I'm saying? Wear your beard. Wear your fringes. But how are you like for the public? How are you as an individual? So you can, you know what I'm saying? So let the truth be told. Because we all got skeletons in our closet. Israel want to be like puffed up. Oh, look at my beard. You know, look at my beard. Look at my fringes. Look how I keep the Day of Atonement. Look how I keep this and that and the third. Yeah, but you wicked as hell. How are you wicked as hell? You front in front of your boys, your elders that you big up, who really subliminally you worship. Case in point, I ain't tripping. I ain't camp banging, but ISUPK, everybody bigging up General Yohana with their camp. I come from that old program. I didn't even know General Yohana. Using that as an example, because I come from the ICUPK. You know, we was up on the Chief High Priest Ariah, Chief High Priest Shar, Chief High Priest Kazak, Chief High Priest Yeshaya. You know what I mean? Back in the day. But see, knowledge has elevated. See, there's books now, like when Ariah came out with like for example, like the 12 tribe chart, right? There's books out. Back in the day, he used a book that you can buy for $25 now. The tribe of who they call the Florida, the Seminole Indians, right? When the book, I got it in my room. When you read that in its context, because GOCC, you know what I'm saying? Forgive me, the guy they call Bubble Eyes, Elder Rakah Salakia, that guy from GOCC, he did the same thing Ariel did, you know, irresponsibly teaching the 12 tribes. But like when I started reading for myself, I started reading. That's not what that's saying. When you read what was being said, they was down in South America in Colombia. Things taken out of context, which is really big amongst the Black Hebrew Israelite community, and I know it, and I can speak upon that. Been there since 1998, bro. You know what I'm saying? And rolled with it for years. Rolled with it for years, but that's a lie. Case in point, using that as an example, the tribe of Reuben. You know, because they said there was the Joseph was on another island, and they said that was us in Puerto Rico. Nah, but when you read things in context, that was down in South America. You know, and a place called Cuenta, something like that. I got the book. But so all of us, one Westerners, we just, you know, amongst black people, you being, you know what I'm saying, like you black, you gonna roll with that. It never fit right in my spirit, man, being a native Indian. My mother's Comanche, you know what I'm saying, from Oklahoma. My father's from Puerto Rico, right here. It never rolled right in my spirit, you know what I'm saying? But we just went with that. But if you look predominantly, if you look at their chart, most of the chart is Hispanics and Native Indians. But all you see is what? So-called African-American people. We got a problem, Papa. We got a problem. Well, you know, Ephraim, I'm Ephraim, according to them. You're supposed to wake them up. Get out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at IUIC. To me, it's that, and it's good, man. It's good. But dude, when we're gonna look at history, did you know that when we look at, like, I'm in the Caribbean. Did you know? Look at Brazil. Most of the slaves went down there. There's a big portion of like you know, like what went into the Americas. That's Ham, bro. Ain't no way around that. Of course, it's Judah on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just cutting it. You know what I'm saying? A real Indian from Oklahoma, down
Let
in
it
Puerto
out.
Rico. Down in Puerto Rico, gonna tell you the truth. Anyway, that's all I got, bro. Man, you humble. You just gonna let me talk. You can't even interrupt me.
No,
Respect.
no,
Respect.
no, because people, you got your point. Everybody see how you feel.
Right.
I I see it a little different. The Most High be the judge.
Right on.
I just see it. I just see it a little different. That's all. I don't wish nothing, no harm on you. At the end of the day, we're gonna find out. Everybody
Right.
see how you feel. Everybody see
Right.
how you feel. You know, uh,
And
the
it don't matter
masses.
if I'm living it don't matter if I'm living a crazy life. You know what I'm saying? Even if
Well,
I
who
am the
said
seed
that?
of Jacob. May I say that?
Oh, okay, right.
You
Right.
understand?
Well,
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's trying to you this, you that, you that. Everybody's trying to figure out who is who. Bro, man, I respect the Black Hebrew Israelite community, but for the most part, I do understand and know that a lot of them really are not the seed of Jacob. But who am I to say that?
right,
Seriously.
right.
And who are they to say, oh, because I ain't black and I got, like, man, you know what I'm saying? That Willie
Right.
Lynch shit, you know what I'm saying? Who are they to say
Mm-hmm.
that you are not, one of the sons of Jacob? You know what I mean? Who are they? So we can go
Yep.
back and forth. Oh, you Esau. Oh, you Ham. Like, come on, bro. Nobody really knows that. Like, remember when the whole Nipsey thing, everybody was tripping on him. I used to gangbang, man. You know what I'm saying? Back
Mm-hmm.
in the States from '60s, right? And
Right.
you know, everybody was, butthurt about, overall we know the Most High did that. Whether if he's Israel or not. Who is, what I'm saying? Nobody really knows but the Most High. So now blacks amongst you guys, well, a lot of y'all, that's an argument amongst so-called African Americans. Oh, he Israel. Oh, no, he ain't. Oh, he a Hamite. See, that's stupid to me, man. Because, see, down here in the islands, we got, like, you know what I'm saying? We're mixed. It ain't like that. You know what I mean? Like, looking at you physically, you don't look like an African, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like a Hamitic dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The phenotype is carnal. It's
Right.
carnal.
But
You're going to have Israelites that
right.
got
So let
red
me ask you.
hair.
Let me ask you. Mm-hmm. You're right. Let me ask you a question because I'm kind of a little confused. You said that the black people are Hamitic most, right? Or I could be Hamitic. So I'm just kind of confused how you see it. That's all.
How do I see it? Honestly, bro, um, I'm trying to figure that out right now. Um,
But you don't believe in the
I want to
chart
be
no more.
honest.
You came up in the One West school of thought way before HBK, and you don't believe in the chart no more. And you also don't believe that you're from Ephraim, which they told you.
Well,
That's what you're saying.
I hold on to it. I hold on to it. But my spirit is like, this ain't right. Blacks, I don't I don't see it from their, like what I was taught anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, and it breaks my heart to say it. I think that honestly, being honest with myself, and I could be 100% wrong. I think that a lot of these black people in the United States are actually really, like what we were taught in history, are really Hamitic people. You know what I mean? I do.
Yeah.
My Latinos that are vexed out, they would call, a lot
Let me ask you.
Canaanites.
Let me ask you. Okay. Let me ask you this question.
I'm not gonna step that far because I don't know that I'm not
Right.
gonna do
Well, let me
that.
ask you. Well,
I'm not
let
gonna
me ask
do
you this
that.
question. Okay. Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Why is it that when you look all over the world, especially in the United States, and you say the black camps and all that, you see a lot of people that's black people, because like you said, black people are waking up, and you don't see a lot of Hispanic people when they got 9 tribes. You don't see them waking up. Why is that?
Maybe because, well, hey, man, I'm fair. Maybe because you are the real Judah.
Hmm.
You understand?
Right.
Maybe. For
So
real.
why the other
Then,
why the other Hispanics not waking up, like in Puerto Rico and Colombia, Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, Peru, Chile? You don't see them waking up like that in the thousands or hundreds of thousands like you see the black people in America.
right on. That's a good question. That's a good question. That's a very good. Maybe because, I mean, what do you want to hear? You
Your
want me
opinion?
to have music to your
No, just
ears? Maybe because
no,
they're
no,
not
no,
really the
just your
children of
opinion.
Israel. Maybe
Oh,
because they're not. Maybe because there's a time for them to awaken. Who
could be.
knows? Who really knows? Remember, the children of Israel, Deuteronomy 28 said, 64 said, we were dispersed amongst the 4 corners of the earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
with that being said, I mean, the seed of Jacob is amongst everybody. I
You got a
can't break
Bible on
down,
you?
huh? I
You
don't.
have your Bible on you? Oh, okay. Well, I
If I
could tell
do,
you, I
it's in
think
the
it's
house.
30 Deuteronomy 32:26. And it didn't say Jacob, it said Israel. He said he's going to scatter Israel, right, in the 4 corners of the earth. And James 1:1, it says, to the 12 tribes scattered abroad. So, yeah. Because if you saying we Canaan, then hey, then if that's what we are, then that's what we are. But I mean, a lot of us are claiming to be Israel all over the world.
First of all,
And you,
I am
like
nobody.
you said, and like you said, you came under that school of thought under One West in the '90s, and you was around, like you said, them black Israelites and that false
First of
doctrine.
all, I'm
And
not nobody to dictate who is
I don't
who.
come out of One West. I don't. But I love all
Right.
brothers and sisters. I don't care what nationality you are. Go
I
ahead.
went in the house. He was breaking up. I went and got me a Bible. If you need me to look up some verses or something, maybe
Okay,
I'm
no,
teachable.
okay.
Um, you was breaking up, but yeah.
Let me say this to you.
uh,
Okay, we having a good bill. We having a good bill, and I want to try to encourage your spirit. Okay,
all
all
right.
right. I want to work with you, man, because I'll tell you why. Because that's what we're supposed to do as Israelites, right? People they say other nations will grab hold, right? And if you love the Messiah, right, then if you want to follow him, don't worry about the color. You follow him, okay?
Thank you.
You follow
Thank
him,
you.
right? And I'm gonna tell you why. The scriptures say we will have sojourners, right? And you're gonna have people that's gonna serve the Father, right? So whether Hispanics or a whole lot of Hispanics waking up or not, you got to worry about yourself, your soul, your spirit. Don't worry about
Exactly.
blacks or other Hispanics, okay? If you feel like you may not be an Israelite, and I know you feel a certain way, don't worry about that, because the Most High say we're gonna have sojourners. They're gonna serve the Father, right?
Right.
And it's another scripture that I can't find it.
That's right.
So I want you to know, brother, and I call you brother, right? Just because some people say Hispanics not Israel, right? And I say a lot are and a lot not, does not mean that you can't be a sojourner, meaning a person that could be that's going to follow the Israelites, right? In
That's
Revelation chapter
20
11,
years.
verse
20
1 and
years of
2.
my Black Hebrew Israelite cult that I was in. Right. Excuse me for
Mhm.
interrupting you. What people think about me doesn't dictate who I think about and what I believe. You understand?
Right,
I wouldn't be a part of
right,
this long, but I'm starting
right,
to reevaluate things. My
right,
reevaluation is that I am really starting to question. I have to. I have to be balanced. My name is Haram Adawan, which means Pyramid of the Lord. When I was a part of the old ICUPK, I said, "Why'd you give me that?" Well, the Most High gave you that name. Well, then why did God give you that name? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. He said, because you have a balance about you. That balance, that balance is that, you know, I have the right. I have the right, even after all these years, I have the right to question from what everybody that big ups, you know, these older black men that was off as hell, because I was a part of the old program when 1999 came in 2000. Yahawashi never returned. I'm not saying, I'm not that guy to say Yahawashi never returned. I know, but I was a part of that, of the old program. I was there when I was 19. I'm not saying that
Right.
Yahawashi delayed his coming, but what I am saying is that I got to reevaluate things when I'm seeing, after all these years, I'm seeing men, you know, man pleasing, like what we were taught, you know what I'm saying, from the old program. Depending, like you, looking at you, brother, you look like I can look at a man's countenance. I could tell you're an older dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see bullshit. You know what I'm saying? When something bullshit come at you, just on the street level, just as a man. You know what I'm saying? I can look
Right.
at you and see that. You know, um, my point is that, damn, you know, like, younger guys, I'm almost 40. I'm not gonna be on you like that. I'm a grown man. But I imagine me at 19, 18, you know, the only thing, this is what they taught us. God is dealing with, you know, Chief High Priest Ariah, Chief High Priest Shar, Chief High Priest Qanath, Chief High Priest Ariah. You know what I'm saying? Like, on a high level, like Moses. And anything outside of that is of the world. It's of the devil. It's a religious cult. So now, me
Right.
being a Hispanic dude, I'm a part of this, right? And we're being taught, precept. Brother, give me Isaiah chapter, you know what I'm saying, 28 verse 9 and 10. I don't know, precept upon precept, you know, for what stamina lips that. And then, brother, give me these color scriptures. But so, brother, give me Job chapter 30 verse 30. These things, what I learned and now being 40, these things are taken out of context, huh? This is bullshit. When we read the Bible, when you really read it in context. Now, I've been big up in you black people. Forgive me when I say you, I'm just saying for the audience. I've been big up in black people for so long. It's time to love me. Who am I? I'm back on my island right now. You understand? Puerto Rican Comanche boy. You feel me? And being true to myself, and the black people, they lied. They lied when they try to pull scriptures that was taken out of context. Like Job 30 and 30. Like Songs of Solomon 1 and 5. Like Revelations 1 and 14 and 15. It's bullshit. To try to prove black, black, black. Fuck out of here. Feel me?
Let me say something to you, brother.
Go ahead.
I can tell you hurt. Because remember you just said I can see through bullshit. We can go offline and talk, but I can tell you
For
hurt.
sure. For sure.
I can tell you hurt, brother. You know, you have to stand on Yahawashi, Christ. You have to stand on Christ, brother. I'm gonna tell
Period.
you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you painting right
But
now.
when we're going to talk about
And
his word,
right, we're gonna talk about his word. We're gonna talk about it.
but do you see they lied?
A lot of scriptures are lies. But let me say this to you.
They lied.
You painting, brother, and I know why you painted, and you know why you painted. Because that's not the only thing they lied about. You just said about the chart and all that. And like you said, maybe you're not Israel, but obviously you wasn't taught the scripture of a sojourner. A sojourner is a person, right, who's going to follow the law, statutes, commandments, who's going to obey the Most High, and not going to fall and not be a man pleaser, right, and not be a man pleaser, right.
Right.
But like you said, you looked at me and you say maybe I'm a prophet and third. I don't know, but I'll tell you this, brother. I can't tell you not to serve the Most High, and if you're a sojourner, then the Most High will love you. You understand? So don't get vexed and upset. And I know why you upset. Like, so you've been in almost 20 something years, and a lot of stuff you found out, you know, that's not true. You know, a lot like Jeremiah 14 and 2, Judah mourns gave their language, they are black unto the ground. That's not talking about skin color.
Right.
It's not. When the scriptures say ye are the father, you're the devil, that's not talking about a white man. That's talking about us. You understand? So,
Right.
like you said, they told you you was
Context is
Ephraim and all
everything.
that, but you probably found out that you're not. But guess what? If you're going to serve the Most High, If you're going to serve the
I'm
Most High,
finding out
brother.
that I might be Judah, like for real, down here in Puerto Rico. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
we'll talk about it. We could talk about it. We could talk about it. But see, I can show you what I can show you, right? But the scripture said you got to be humble as a dove, brother. You know, and the main thing when I teach,
Hold on.
man, it's two words I teach, right? I teach the Most High word, right? But through His Son Yahawashi. But it's two words I lean on is in the Bible. It's called meekness and humbleness. You're gonna have brothers, black brothers, come at you when you say the things that you said to me, because they're gonna say, okay, they're gonna be like, F you, Padre, you know, so y'all just be going back and forth. You're not gonna solve
That
anything.
or E from Vex, E from Vex.
Right. So you're not
How we know that I'm not really Judah, and you're not a Canaanite or a Hamitic person?
Right. But listen, you can't pull me into that. You know, I tell people all the time when they hear me yelling and stuff, they think I'm upset. 99.9% of the time, I'm not. I can't be pulled into that. You know, and I remember you. I think we talked before. We've been friends on Facebook for some time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, but we ain't never chopped it up. I see you always going
Yeah, we
live
never
with
chop it up.
you know what I'm saying? I would just want to know, what do you believe? Like, I don't care what you believe, but you're a respectful dude, and I love that right there. I can roll with somebody like that. At the end of the day, you're a Jehovah's Witness. I'm a Roman Catholic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We go. You believe what you believe. I believe what I
All right.
believe. That's
You
why I wanted
ready?
to see what you believe.
You ready? Are you
Yeah,
ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, then the
I
scripture
don't know
says
what's
this.
happening. What's happening? But what's happening?
You don't want to do that either. Hey, look, check that out. Check this out. The scripture says, have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth, right? John 8:32, or I think it's 8:32, it says, the truth shall make us free. So now let's free each other, brother. This is what I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that I came on them cargo slave ships on the west coast of Africa, because you can look throughout history, you can see who them people are, right? I believe the 12 tribes of Israel, they are Negroid, if your father has Negroid descent. I believe that.
Up.
Okay, listen. You know when we say you got to be the seed of your father, right? And you know the Israel, right? The Bible said the Israelites passed as what? Ethiopians, right? Moses passed as an Egyptian, right? Joseph passed as an Egyptian. Because you look on the walls of Egypt, you see all them niggas or black people or whatever the hell you want to call them, right? On the walls of Egypt, and Joseph passed as Egyptian, right? And Joseph married an Egyptian woman, which means she must have been blacker than tar, like you said, right? So Ephraim must have came out black as tar, right? And Manasseh must have came out black as tar, right? So we go on them principles, right? Listen. And like I said, I got love for you. I want you to understand, right?
I'm black because I'm black, nigga. You on that blackity black, bro. You on that blackity black.
Let me ask you this. What color was the okay, watch this. Watch this. What color was the Egyptians? What color was the Egyptians?
I would think they were like Arab looking people. I could be wrong.
What color was the Arabs?
Huh?
What color was the Arabs?
The Arabs?
Yeah.
We're all melanated. To the canyon, like we're brown skin.
Did the Israelites fleet run down into Africa? Did they flee into Africa?
You're breaking up.
Did the Israelites flee into Africa in 70 AD?
See, you know what's crazy is that it's always African American brothers that I've noticed always pushing this like black. I get it. You lost your identity. I get it.
I'm not pushing that. I'm not pushing that.
People.
Listen,
okay.
I have nothing. Listen, I have nothing against you. You have to listen. You have to listen.
But you keep breaking up.
Did not Israel run down into Africa in 70 AD?
Definitely. Of course.
So, right. Them Hamites, them Hamites, right? Them black Hamites, right? Them black niggas in Africa,
are they though? Bro, honestly,
are they black?
I'm man enough. I'm man enough to say that. I'm man enough to say that I don't know that history. I would jump up on pride and say like to I don't know. I don't know this time of history. You understand? Like when in 70 AD, like what was really going on during that time period. I really don't know. You know
You
what I'm
know what the
saying?
Bible says? You know the Bible. Let me say this. You know the Bible talks about a man with a being double-minded, right? And the forked tongue,
Yeah,
because you
he's
said
like a ship tossed to and fro. You trying to cut me?
I don't listen. Okay, sorry, fuck it. The scripture talk about a man being double-minded and with a forked tongue, because you just told me that the Egyptians were Arabs, and that's deep history. That goes way back. But then when it comes to anything that's dealing with so-called black, everything is fog and vague.
I don't
So
know,
now,
bro. It's
either
different. Hold on. Now you trying to slip me? You trying to trip me up? Be
all
fair.
right,
Be fair. Be fair. In history, wasn't there? I mean, because like you see today, there's Arab-looking people over there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take away from black power. I'm not, right? I don't. I'm gonna be honest enough to say I don't know the history of the time, dates, and all that stuff. Even like when we say 70 AD, remember when it says that? Because I have the book from Babylon to Timbuktu, where Jewish, fled into, Africa under Roman persecution. I have that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna try to discredit. You can educate me. I'm teachable. What I'm telling you is that if you listen, like you telling me, listen, because I'm not against you. Is like we have to talk about like really history, because that's all it is history. You know what I'm saying? Like really, like for real, like during that time period when they was over in Egypt, when the real Israelites fled into Africa, if you will, Egypt. Now, black people, you know what I'm saying, want to be on black power. Oh yeah, see, but I try to be balanced, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying they wasn't like African American looking people. I'm not saying that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was. I don't know. We're talking history that I don't know. My mother's native Indian. They
how
stripped our
we know that?
history.
How we know that?
Huh?
How I know you're not on that? How I know you're not? I'm gonna be facetious with you a little bit. How I know you Native
Yeah,
American?
go.
How I know you? How I know you're not on that? Look at me. How I know you're not on that? Woo, 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 shit.
I am.
Uh,
I am on that. I am.
all right,
I am.
all right. So okay,
Nah, yeah,
all
my
right. So
mother. I grew up
yeah,
like you a black man. I grew up, you know what I'm saying, native Indian, Comanche from Oklahoma. But now
okay.
I've come back to the lands of my fathers here in Puerto Rico.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, look, you had and still got
And
the opportunity to be a sojourner. If you don't want to be that, that's on you. You know what? Because it's not up to me
hey man,
to decide.
you try to one up me. That's slick. You got the opportunity to be to a sojourner. Maybe you might be a Canaanite or one of the sons of Ham. Maybe you need to cleave to one of the real Israelites. It goes both ways, bro. But it's all big love, man. 100. I promise you.
Hey, look, I don't have nothing against you, man. We'll find out at the end of the day, man.
Right.
We'll find out at the end of the day. So you want to say the last word? I give you 30 seconds, man. Because I'm see if anybody else want to come on.
Give me 5. I want to say that I love you, brother. In the
5
spirit. I
seconds.
mean that.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. I love you, brother.
No.
You know what I'm saying? In the spirit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Kwam Yasha. It ain't about
All right.
color. It's about the children of Israel rising. Let the seed, let the tares grow with the wheat. Let the Messiah separate the sheep from the goat. The sheep representing his people. The goat representing the other nations. You, not you, cannot say who is who. Let that be a lesson. Deuteronomy 28:64. We've been scattered amongst the whole world. And that's all I got. Shalom.
Peace out, bro.
Love.
Oh, praises. I'm gonna tell you what I find funny. I don't have nothing against him. Is that the people who say I'm against Hispanics, right? When he was saying Canaanite is in third, because I know people watching. And none of y'all try to protect this brother. See?
Hey, give me 5 minutes.
All right, come.
5 minutes.
Hey, Shalom, El.
Shalom.
I knew you was gonna bring me. I knew it was only a matter of time, man. I said, oh shit, it's coming. I knew it was coming. Oh boy. I'm gonna tell you something, man. You know, it's funny because I got Haran on my page and I've been following Haran for a minute, and I seen the transition of him going from the Ayash, because you know Ayash started that shit, that poison, got these brothers and sisters the way they are. That's them three amigos. You know, the Jose's of the world, the Ayashas of the world, and that damn Qanath lawyer, whatever the hell his name is. But
yeah, I
he pretty
him.
much gave them a third
that
eye.
dude been through like 4 years, 3 years.
Right.
Go ahead.
And the thing is, he gave them all a third eye of saying that the Hispanics are the Israelites and that we're a bunch of damn heathens cleaving onto a doctrine that was never ours in the first place. And that's why he got so emotional about it, because I'm going to tell you something. Before this thing got out of hand, a lot of these Hispanics was fine that they wasn't Israelites, because I told you the elder, I don't know if you ever watched Elder, there's a couple that do videos together. The elder and his wife, they on YouTube. Him and his wife do videos, and they did a video called White It Out 3. And when that video went viral, that video went viral, and a lot of people inboxed me crying, sad, was upset. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you. They was like, yo, you know, that video was deep because we're not Israelites. And I felt bad because I'm like, yo, y'all still my brothers and sisters. And that's when I was at a time of, pro 12 tribe chart. So it's like to see that and to see the way they brought the information out, a lot of people was butthurt. And that was exactly around the time when Miguel, that brother that got accused of the molestation, he was another one a part of that circle, because they really went in depth of trying to prove that, and it's sad because, I don't know what it is about, like, it just seems like everybody hates our skin color. And I'm trying to refrain from this, it's like the brown color. It's funny because I was check this out. I was making pancakes the other day. And I'm looking at them damn pancakes, and it's like the spirit must have been talking to me of like everything we cook that's cooked comes out our color. So how the hell can you hate brown when everything you eat, from a hamburger to a hot dog, anything that you eat that's cooked comes out brown? But yet everybody all of a sudden hates the brown color. But you know what it is? That pale skin doctrine has been dominated in the U.S. for so long that now that the brown is coming back, people are upset about it. And to me, don't get me wrong, you got some radical Israelites that go a little bit too overboard, because I've been a part of Post Elder. I'm pretty sure you've seen them too, where these brothers be going in on them, making them feel like a bunch of dogs in the street, when you ain't really got to go that far. It don't really even have to get to that notion. But, when it comes down to just saying who we are and that pride of Judah, I get it. But, this brother, I think he's more upset because a lot of brothers that he loved from the One West side, they turned on him and made him feel like a dog. Right. You could just see, you could feel his pain by the way he talk.
Yeah, I can see him in pain, man. That's why I told him.
He's hurt, man. And, I like I said, I understand, because I just know the transition of, and, and it's not even like you could say it was pro-black. Nobody told you guys that was suspended to join One West. Nobody told you to join that shit. Y'all did it yourself. And the thing is, what kills me about it is brothers is mad, but check it out, Elder, there was 9 tribes that was all y'all. So how the hell could you get mad? You can't get mad. You only had 3. 3 was black, and everybody else was Rico Suave. So how can you get mad? If you want to get technical, that was just like the other brother that you be bringing on. He said the same thing. We submitted to y'all, giving y'all 9 tribes. So how the hell could it have been pro-black? It don't make sense. Think about it. If the One West doctrine gave Hispanics 9 tribes, how the hell could it be pro-black and we only got 3? That don't even make any sense. So now that brothers is saying, and I mean, like I said again, I don't believe the 12-tribe chart is 100% wrong in a sense of where Israel's located, like Shem said. So when you talk about the locations of us being scattered, I do believe that the melanated, mostly the melanated people in those regions are Israelites. Now, I noticed how when you started talking about the father, Haran started getting emotional. He kept saying my father's Puerto Rican. Negro, and I love you, Haran, because you're my brother. You, just like the elder said earlier with this stop saying black or Negro, y'all stuck to this Puerto Rican shit. What the fuck is Puerto Rican, excuse my French? Is your father a Taino, or is he a goddamn Columbus baby from Spain? Or is he a bell pepper nose Puerto Rican that's black that was born in Puerto Rico? It's just that damn simple. But y'all keep saying, oh, I'm a full-bred Puerto Rican. It's like they feel that shit, elder. We don't have that pride. They anytime they talk about their country, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Peru, whatever, I'm Puerto Rican. They feel that shit. Okay, fine. Is he a Taino, or was he not a Taino? And if he was a Taino, was he a Negro-looking Taino, or was he a wah? You understand? And the thing is, the brother didn't want to go into that. And it's like when you said about today's Thursday about showing our identity, the brother didn't want to go into that. And the thing is, it's like once we get into that topic of your dad, they get so emotional. But I thought that's what this was about. Because if you're going to hit the streets and talk about you are the seed of your father, then why when we talk about bringing out your father, everybody want to get butthurt? I don't understand that. And I'm starting to see that shit now. As you keep making these videos, it's exposing more and more that nobody want to talk about their father. Now, if you generically just don't know your father because of the way you was raised and, you know, you went through the system and, you know, things just went bad for you growing up, that's understandable. But don't sit here and play dumb like you don't know your father's a goddamn Negro or he's a damn Spaniard or some type of European descent. Or he could have been Asian or he could have been African. But I'm not trying to hear that shit that these three jackasses started poisoning y'all with this Native American bullshit, and now all of a sudden we all Canaanites. Man, go fuck yourself, because if we all Canaanites, then why is it that the whole world revolves around black people? Listen, if you want to get racist, don't let me start, because I can really go, and I'm only 31, and at 31 years old, I can show proof that everything that's ever transcended comes from blacks. From that hood, even the way the brother move, you could tell you've been around Judah. Because we move a certain way, we speak a certain way, we use hand signals, hand gestures, our swag, the way we grab our crotch, the way we walk. Come on, elder. The way we put chains on. Where you think we get all that shit? That's us.
Right.
You know, even the wicked shit that we do, the robbing and stealing, he's like, oh, the brothers like I was gangbanging. Where you think you get that shit from? You get it from Negroes. My uncle used to be part of one of them crews called the Stick-Up Boys. You can't tell me nothing about none of that stuff, man.
Yeah.
Check this out, elder. My uncle finally shared something to me about a year ago. He told me he used to rob faggots back in the day because he couldn't stand their asses. But real talk though, man. Haran, man, like I said, brother, you know, I don't know why you brothers let a Yash and all these other brothers influence y'all with that bullshit, because again, you follow the patterns of a lot of these brothers. They camp hop. They camp hop, they start questioning shit, and everybody has a problem with melanated brown-skinned men being in power. Why is that? And don't get me wrong, elder, I've been around enough Israelites to know that some are cocky, some are arrogant, but don't act like you fucking Hispanics ain't, because I've been around y'all all my life. Y'all niggas is cocky as shit. They are cocky as shit. Don't try to play. It's like every time you deal with these pale-skinned, light-skinned people, they get so emotional and butthurt over the simplest shit. But then when you come to the Bronx, Puerto Ricans are one of the most arrogant fucking tribes. And if anybody, I want somebody to dare come on here and contest me about that. I dare you to come to the Bronx and tell me Puerto Rican, especially Hispanics as a whole, are not arrogant. They arrogant as shit. And you got the nerve to get mad because brothers want to have a little bit of and they pip step, and you want to say we pro-black. It's not being black because nobody's fucking black. I mean, let's just keep it 100. We're all different shades of brown. We say black because that's an easy tongue for people to understand when we say black. Just like if you say Puerto Rican, we know you're talking about Cesar Chavez. Come on. So that I'm sick of this shit about every time you look at the way people speak that's in so-called Israel, they say the word nigger, they say the word black, but then when they come on social media, we can't say black no more. Come on, man. And
Hey,
I'm really
Haran,
getting sick of these dudes.
Let me say this to Haran. You respect me somewhat, a lot, but I mean, you was going hard on that black thing, man. You know that black power.
He was
shit.
getting emotional about it.
Yeah, you was like that black power shit. You know, and them. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I think we know what time it is, and I don't have no hatred towards you. I just put it like that. But I think sometimes if you wonder why you had some brothers go hard on you, I hope you rewatch this video and then look at yourself and see how you was acting, because I don't think you probably ever act like that before. I don't think you did. You know, when I said Sir Jordan, you're like, oh, hell no. I mean, you said we Canaanites, and then you said we're not Canaanites, and then you said basically you see all black people waking up, and you don't see Hispanic people waking up. You say you don't believe in the chart no more. You know, you were lied to, but you go with history, then you don't go with history. You know, and I believe right now the Most High is just separating it, man. I think he just separating. You know, see,
I generically believe that Hispanics as a culture, now I'm not talking about one tribe, I'm not talking about Puerto Ricans, I'm talking about as a culture. They have a problem taking a backseat to blacks. Every nation under the sun have a problem taking a backseat to blacks. And let's just keep it 100. If you even look at even sports, some type of Hispanic is always trying to come up under because they always have a problem with the black man being first. And you can't sit there and get mad that the Most High made it that way, because watch this. Me and the elder was talking earlier, and you look at basketball, certain sports, everybody that leads in these categories are black. They didn't just get this damn talent. You got to be born with this damn talent. Come on now.
Watch this, Prince. Watch this. He just said Puerto Rican power.
Yeah, see? There you go. Here go my hands, elder.
Right. But watch this. This the dangerous part. When you said that, Haran, you said Puerto Rican power. I'm going to say it again. You said Puerto Rican power. I'm going to say it one more time. You said Puerto Rican power.
Right.
Right? You say that black power shit, right? Black power is not a country. Right now, you don't hear Israelites, so-called black Israelites, saying black African-American power. Right? You have actually separated yourself from what you say you're from Israel. You're claiming Puerto Rico. We don't claim America, right? You should not be claiming Puerto Rico. You should not be claiming Puerto Rican. We don't claim African American. We go by our tribe. You cannot let go.
Elder, can I interrupt you real quick, Salaki? The brother said, how do we know we're not Canaanites? Now, family, I'm saying this, and I want everybody that's watching me to look at this real good. And I'm saying this with the utmost respect, brother, and I pray to God before Christ come, we meet each other. You said, how do we know we're not Canaanites? Look at my goddamn face. Do it look like a fucking Canaanite could grow this type of damn beard? Do it look like he got these pretty-ass goddamn lips? Do it look like he got this big-ass nose? Do it look like he got these pretty-ass eyebrows? Do it look like he got this swag? I work around Africans in America. Stop trying to play that. Do it look like he got this phenotype? Africans don't have the phenotype of a black man in America. So stop doing that. I don't like when brothers start that Canaanite shit, because it gets me upset when the fact that we know that Africans have a whole different phenotype than Judah blacks or North American blacks, and they don't even have the same hair texture that we got.
They're not as athletic, right?
No, they're not athletic. They don't even have no rhythm. Elder, they can't dance for shit. If you put on a hip-hop song and you bring Africans, I told you, Elder, I cannot wait for y'all to come to New York. I'm going to take y'all on a grand tour. If you put a hip-hop song on now and you ask an African to dance, they will look at you like a jackass. Matter of fact, I got a better one for you, Haran. Show me an African that can make sweet potato pies, macaroni and cheese, potato salad, yams, all that good old Negro soul food that y'all all love. Show me one with cornbread. Show me a goddamn African that can make that type of food. Because if we Canaanites, then how the hell that we have a whole different culture difference when they don't cook like us, they don't smell like us, they don't even like our asses. And if you want to get technical, if you talk to one another, we are not their people at all. If you watch this, y'all, anytime I ever get an African customer, they look at me like I'm beneath them. They look at me like I'm dirt, elder. They come in my car, and it's like they like look at me like, who is this nigga? This nigga is not my people, because they know. They know already. And not even just skin family, just the phenotype, the smell, even the way they cook. They don't even use the same seasons that we use at all. And when the last time you found I know Haran, what I'm saying, turn my notifications off because it keep interrupting the video. Give me 1 second, elder.
Good.
All right, I'm back because I see the devil's trying to work. Every time we get into a good, these notifications keep popping up and they keep interrupting me. So what I'm saying is, talk about most, and this is what I didn't like. I don't like how, because we found out that a lot of Hispanics are not Israelites, all of a sudden became the thing of, well, now most blacks are not Israelites either. That's a damn lie. Because if you look at a black family, you only usually get one coon, maybe two. You might get one or two. Maybe one might turn gay, and then you got the other one that might be a coon in corporate America that might sleep with and marry a damn white woman. Or you may have a sister that may marry a white man. Now, don't get me wrong, you do have those in black families, but that's not the majority of a black family. Most blacks stick with blacks, and that's just facts. Let's just keep it 100. When you look in the hood, you rarely see blacks go mess with white girls or Asian girls. Only the ones that get out the hood and get into like corporate America or get around, jobs that make 60, 70, 80,000 a year, that's when we start venturing off. But for the most part, our black family is very pure. You could really go to a black cookout and start seeing a whole bunch of damn Michael Jacksons. You're not going to see that.
Hey, hold on,
so
Prince.
Stop playing this game.
Hey, you see the guy, Gabriel, what's that? Malakana? You say that doctrine came from weak, emotional men? If you want to come on, you can.
You can bring somebody on, elder, but like I told the brother, man, if you're going to start getting emotional about what, what brothers did to you, I understand that. But stop doing that, trying to call us brothers Canaanites when you know damn well, and especially y'all, because don't act like y'all ain't been around Africans. Everybody knows the difference between an African American, which is us, slave name, versus an actual African. Come on now. And it don't matter what part of Africa they come from. They could come from North Africa, South Africa, West Africa. You can see the phenotype of a West African nation people versus American black. It's different.
Let me say this too. Some people don't want me doing this, and I'm not quite sure. I think it's healthy, man. Because it's letting you know who's actually racist. Who's Israel, and I'm not trying to decide who Israel is. That's up to the Most High. And it's social
Elder
media.
Sham said he want to come on. Elder, bring Sham on.
Okay, I got you. All right, I'll bring you on a little bit.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom. And then I'm gonna bring you on Uriah, because Shan said he want to come on. Then I bring you right on after him. We'll talk about it, Anth.
Yeah. You know what it is, though? The man said he was lied to, he was hurt. The thing is this, man. Brother's been putting in work for years like that, right? He said he was in the school since 1998, right? And he's going through whatever he's going through. The man's upset that he found out he's a sojourner. 1998 to 2019, brother, that's a long time. That's a long time. And he know it. Then what he said? He said, I had to find myself. Because obviously, like I said, we broke down the Hosea 7:8 when we brought it out, and we brought it out in Hebrew that the 12 tribes all look Negro. He's a sojourner, and he know it. And I would be hurt too if I was in the truth for 20 years teaching this shit. I mean, that's not easy to deal with, man. But brothers is upset about what the Most High put on our spirit to do. You know what I'm saying? We're about teaching truth. Once again, Acts 5:29. We ought to obey Yahweh rather than men. This is not personal, man, but the truth must come out. You know what I'm saying? And it's not about hating brothers. We're not vexing sojourners. We ain't saying all Puerto Ricans are not Israelites, because some of them are. But majority of them, truthfully, are not. You just have to tell the truth. A lot of other people are not. A lot of Mexicans are not Israelites. Who they call Mexicans? They're not Israel. Just point blank, period. You just have to accept the facts. And like I said, man, we're One West camp. And we love all our brothers. And this ain't no teaching somebody taught us and somebody just gave us. Qanath been studying this for years. I remember when we first talked about it. We always have a lot of private conversations. I'm not going to get into it. But he came to me one day, and we was at camp, and he pulled me to the side, and he said, Sham, listen, brother, I'm going through every tribe in South America and every location. He said, I'm going to find out and make sure that these people are Israel. I said, all right, I've been reading my Native Indian books and stuff like that because I wanted to battle and debate Chosen Seed about it when they was trying to debate some years ago. And I said, you know, I ain't really got time to do it. You know, I had a lot of other stuff, personal stuff going on. So I told him to do it. And he said, I'm going to do it. And he did it on his own. Something that he did that he told me he was going to do. This is not a lie. Most High is our witness. He told me that he's going to go through every country and every tribe on his own. This ain't no doctrine he found on YouTube, none of that stuff. Because there was a few other brothers in our camp that already believed it, but we didn't teach that. And we didn't really know too much about it because they were just watching YouTube videos. What somebody told them. They didn't really have no evidence on it. That's why we never indulged in it. And that's the truth. And I'd tell you the name of the brothers. You can go ask them yourself. One of them was named Anabakar. The other brother name was Ya'an. And the other brother who was teaching it, but he never really came to us about it, was the brother Jared. And that's truth. You can ask any one of them brothers. And that's just the truth. So I'm going to say that. But like I said before, and I'm going to say this too. A lot of y'all don't know other elders that come out of One West agree. And they know it. I'm not going to say their names. And they agree that all 12 tribes are Negroid looking. And they never coming out to say it. They're not going to speak on it. And it's for y'all to find out on your own. If you don't want to believe it, you do some digging. You don't believe us, you do some digging. And I'm going to say that. But other than that, man, Most High bless.
So what I did, I went through I tried to go through every nationality of people in South America, a little bit of America. And still at the end of the day, it's up to the Most High.
Right.
You know, it's up to the Most High. So if you're going to serve the Father, then all power to you. You know, I can't turn you away from serving the Father.
Exactly.
Right.
And we ain't telling nobody stop being an Israelite. We ain't telling nobody not to claim that no tribe. We ain't telling nobody not to wear fringes. We ain't telling nobody not to go to no high holy days. We just brought out this prophecy that is going to be a sojourners amongst the camps and amongst Israel. What is the issue with that? Why brothers can't accept the truth? Everybody in the camps, in all the schools, in all the churches, around four corners of the earth, I don't care where you want to call it, they are all not Israelites. They look like us and look like the other nations. They are all not Israelites. Yeah, that's the wheat and the tares growing, but for over here, we know a lot of them aren't Israelites. Go back to the book of scriptures in Deuteronomy. It tells you that we will be a remnant left. That's everywhere. Everywhere. When you look at the Mexicans, that is a multitude of people, a very large multitude. How is that a remnant?
Hundreds of millions.
Just common sense. Right. Read it in, what's that scripture I was reading? It's in Deuteronomy, where it says that you would be like the stars of heaven, but now wherever land you go to possess it, you shall be a remnant. Look at the Afro-Mexicans. They are remnant down there, is they not?
2%.
But everybody want to ignore them. Like, oh, well, you ain't saying the Israelites, but nobody want to talk about that. Nobody want to talk about that. We supposed to be a remnant of people everywhere, not a multitude. Not a multitude.
Right. Right. And that's the sad thing about it, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. I get phone calls, and some phone calls like, what kind of phone call is this? Is this like a threat phone call? Or like, what the hell is going
The
on?
original Incas was Negroes. And that's what I'm saying. We ain't even talk about that type stuff about who was the original Incas. And we ain't even bring that information out, because what's the point if brothers can't? Now I was talking about what the brother was saying about the original Incas being Negroes. If brothers can't even deal with Hosea 7 and 8, what the hell are they going to do when they find out the original Incas was Negroes? You see what I'm saying? And they see why the argument, when I was telling people about when you look at the actual dark-skinned or Negro-looking Native American Gadites, the ones who wore the same tribal stuff as them Asian-looking ones, they don't even want to talk about that. But that's a whole nother story.
Hey, look, see, Haram, see, that's what I'm saying, bro. I mean, he said, see, I told you blackity black.
Brother,
that's all right.
It's not about blackity black, brother. It's about the antiquity of the people. When you look at the original Arabs, they was a dark-skinned looking people. They came out of Abraham. Okay? Same thing with the Egyptians. Israel was mistaken to be Egyptians. Paul was mistaken to be Egyptian. Let's just keep it real. Like, stop it.
Yeah, Asians is black.
What I'm saying? Right. Everybody was had.
I got books and pictures and videos on that. And like I said, and just because you black, don't make you an Israelite either.
Exactly. Because some people got a phenotype that's not even Israel, like Lenny Kravitz, Ellen DeGeneres Ross. They're not Israel. So we ain't saying everybody Israel, but we saying those camps doing what it takes to get. Well, I'm not going to say all of us, because we're a camp and we never had a 501c3 and never will. We don't conform to the government because we supposed to be.
I got you, right.
The scripture says that we're not supposed to go down to Egypt for no help. And once you get a 501c3, you're going down to Egypt for help. We ain't asking Egypt for help. We don't need no 501c3. We follow the laws of Yahweh. He's our government body, so we don't need.
Let me say something real quick. Hey, Anthony, Daquan probably misspoke. He know that the people from West Africa, a lot of them are us. He just misspoke. He know that. Go ahead, Shane. He said, bro,
that's all I really got to say, I gotta get back to work.
Bro, we came from Shem, not Ham.
We don't come from Ham, brother. We don't come from Ham. We're Shemitic. Everybody know that we're the Jews. Even Hitler claimed that we were the Jews. And you ain't even got to go off Hitler and what they said, brother. We know by spiritual, physical, and who dominates the world. Who is the salt of the earth? It's us. Everybody
and
follow
the scripture says, my sheep hear my voice.
Jacob is the form of all things. Go look at the book on Black Adventists. I mean, it's cut and dry. Like, it ain't too much we got to do to prove our lineage. And man, Qanath, we traced our lineage. We found out me and him was related. We go right back to where we came from. Straight out the slave bush, 100% field, nigga. Yes, I'm a rebellious one. And I'm out the house of the David. My tribe is Judah, a.k.a. Yahweh. So guess what? I ain't giving my crown up. I don't care what nobody got to say. I'm telling the truth. Truth. Because I'm going to walk the streets of gold. I ain't pleasing no man. I don't care how long somebody been in the truth. I got to tell the truth. Right. A lot of people are sojourners. Just keep it real. Right. And people don't want to deal with it, but it's the truth. And we ain't out here it ain't about disrespect, treating nobody feelings, man, but the truth must come out. We serve Yahweh. Why Yahawashi? Remember, ask
we're not attacking nobody personally or anything.
It ain't nothing.
If you say you're an Israelite, then you're an Israelite. You know, right. Let the Most High side.
And also, let me say this too. If you sojourning with us and you've been in this thing for 20 years, 30 years, thank you for your service. I have no disrespect towards you. Thank you for your service, and you're welcome to worship the Most High, because all nations are supposed to. I can't turn no man away from the Father. You feel me? Scripture says we're not supposed to wax sojourners. So yes, I changed my mentality from the mentality I had of learning and having like envy against other nations, because that's the way One West teach us. When we go out there and we teach on the street, we hate this and hate that. So I had to take that spirit off me. The Most High took the spirit off me, because we ain't supposed to wax sojourners, and we supposed to bring the nations in to follow the Most High.
As long as they're in the truth.
About going out there teaching the white man, you know, all the devil all the time no more. It's not about that. So I'm gonna go and get back to work, but that's all I really had to say, bro.
All right, shalom.
He said, you're right. Stop playing you.
Yeah, I know.
I know you're funny, right? Hey, listen, like I said, brother, I know you upset because you found out you're a sojourner. And it's okay, brother. You still my brother. I don't hate you, brother, because the scripture says I can't vex you. I mean, I can't vex you. And I don't vex sojourners anymore. You feel me? Or anybody upset. I'm not vexing you. But listen, Most High bless,
And that
brother.
the
You've been in
Most
this
High
thing
gonna
since
deal with you. And then
1998.
some brothers gonna
And
come.
I'm going to tell you.
Some brothers gonna come in.
Right,
Go ahead.
right.
Some
I'm
brothers
going to
gonna
tell you
come in
like
and deal
this.
with your ass. They don't get mad because
Right.
the other brother that's coming on, he might straight deal with
Exactly.
you.
You've been in this thing since 1998. I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate your service. Thank you for sojourning with us, being on the battlefield, taking a piece of the load off of me, and help doing the work. Most High bless. Shalom out.
Shalom. All right, you're right. You're right. It might not be as easy on you, brother. You know, or Sir Jordan. All right. Oh man, I gotta go to the restroom too. Come on, you're right. Here we go. Oh, this faces. Shalom.
What's good, brother?
All right. Hi, hallelujah. Hallelujah. Yes, everybody say Uriah. Oh, say Uriah gonna get you, brother. Uriah about to get you. Go ahead, Prince.
You already know. All right. I seen briefly what that one heathen was talking about. Just briefly. I just want to touch up on something. They upset because they found out they're not Israelites. Because they never read the Bible and thought this was their ancestors. They never read the Bible and said, "Oh, Jacob, Abraham, Isaac was my forefather." They didn't think that. Brothers told them that, and now they find out that's not true. They raging. So you need to be upset with yourself because you didn't read or your ancestors didn't pass this knowledge down to you to tell you to use Israelites. So don't get upset with brothers that, taught you that and saying that that's not true. And as far as how now they're trying to say they don't know how Mashayach Christ looked, that's a lie. Revelation 1, 13, 14. Let me just read that real fast, bro. They're trying to say, oh, they don't know how he looked no more. Because the heathens do not want to come to the reality that the children of Israel is black and the Most High Son is black. Everybody comes to the realization they want to, so they want to hold on to the image and try to fake like that's them, and it's not. I'm gonna see Revelation chapter 13. My bad. Revelation chapter 1, verse 13. It says, "In the midst of a candlestick, down to the foot, and girt about the paps with a golden girdle." 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And if anybody honest, anybody on earth would tell you who got woolly hair. The people on earth that got woolly hair is who you call niggas and Negroes. We got the woolly hair. And his eyes is a flame of fire because he's coming back for vengeance and slaughtering. That's why his eyes is red like that. But he got that woolly hair. And it says you that in Daniel too. I just want to go ahead real quick because now they're playing games. I just want to go to Daniel real fast. They're trying to act like they don't know. Nobody knows. And because somebody you, I don't feel sorry that you've been lied to. You didn't read the Bible yourself to get no understanding. That's your fault. For you now, you hurt now. Now you cussing and you raging. That's on you, man. Daniel 7:9. It say, "I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. If anybody be honest, woolly head only applies to who you call Negroes. We got woolly hair. That we the only people that got that head called is wool. So don't sit there and act like you don't know who he looked like. It didn't say he had goat hair. It didn't say he had doggy, stringy hair. It said he had hair of the pure wool. And y'all don't fit that. Y'all head lay down. Our head is up in the wool position. So stop playing. And another thing, this heathen was sitting here talking and being kind of disrespectful, if you ask me. Because what you cussing off for, this brother gave you a chance to speak. You raging because of what? What are you upset about, man? How people not Israelites like that? Y'all can have your Puerto Rican pride, your brown pride. That's cool. When we have our black, we love our black people because we the children of Israel. What y'all getting upset for? If we saying that black people did this, did that, why y'all coming around getting upset? When y'all boast on what y'all do. We don't care what y'all do. Do whatever y'all do. We don't come on y'all and say, oh, why you saying brown pride? Why you having Puerto Rican parades? We don't care. But when we try to say what we do, everybody's mad now. Everybody's upset. That's crazy to me. Yeah. Crazy.
That's true. I can't say Negro no more. I can't say black. No, take your time.
Right. But yeah, you can say brown. You can say brown though. You can say brown pride. But can't say black.
Long as we, hey, look, you can't say that because we don't want to tie it to you. We don't want to tie it to you.
Right. Right. That's all that is. That's crazy. I'm about to go to Ezekiel 39. Ezekiel 39 and verse 21. Ezekiel 39:21 say, it says, and I will set my glory among the heathen, and all the heathen shall see my judgment that I have executed, and my hand that I have laid upon them. So don't worry about. So don't worry about. Y'all got
kind of break.
Don't worry about, man.
Kind of breaking
up. Oh, I'm breaking up.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I bet it would break up now that the judgment coming out on these heathens. All right, am I good now?
Yeah, go ahead. You good?
All right, Ezekiel 39:21. And I will set my glory, and all see my judgment that I have executed, and my hand that I have laid upon them. So y'all gonna see the judgment that Most High gonna execute upon all y'all heathens. So that
wow, you starting to break up real. You starting to break up real bad.
Verse 23. Yeah. Once that prophecy start coming out, it's breaking up now.
And let me say this before you maybe to get a chance to get in a bit. Let me say this.
All right.
Let me say this real quick. I want everybody to know, man. I have my way, and I have a right to feel how I want to feel. But I open this platform up so brothers can or sister come on and speak what they feel like the Most High gave them. Right? He can say what he want to say. I mean, you got on the brother. Sojourner got on here and he was saying all kind of stuff, and I was respectful toward him, so but you on here ranting, but it is what it is. Go ahead, brother. Hopefully you clear it up, but go ahead.
All right. I'm going to go to verse 20. This is Ezekiel 39:22. It says, so the house of Israel shall know that I am the Lord their God from that day and forward. Verse 23, and the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity. That's why who you call black people slaves went into captivity for our iniquity. Because they trespassed against me.
Right.
Therefore hid I my face from them and gave them into their enemies. All y'all, man, y'all my enemies. I know it's certain people that y'all that's cool, but as a whole nation of people, y'all like towards the children of Israel. Y'all are enemies, and it says so.
Okay, look, you breaking up. You breaking up. Let me. You breaking up. Let me go to somebody else real quick, and I'll bring you right on. I'm gonna see if this person if she want to come on, and I'll bring you right on after her. Maybe they clear up because you breaking up. It's getting worse and worse. So I'm gonna take you off, and I'm gonna give her 5 minutes. I'm gonna bring you right back on. Maybe you can try to move it to a different spot. You know what I'm saying? Or slide down, or I don't know. Because I know that's where you just sit. It's always clear. I don't know why it's messing up like that. Go ahead, try to finish now. See what it say. Go ahead, try it now. Yeah, see.
Yeah, I come back on, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, see, we can't hear nothing. All right, yeah, I can't even say that, but I'm gonna try to bring you on. If you want to come on, you got to send a request. When you said, y'all need to stop the gas, Hyatt, I'm trying to bring you on. Trying to bring you on. Well, I'll try to be fair. Come on. Respect one another. I'm not going to curse y'all or nothing. Come on. Well, there we go. I'm going to try one more time. I'm not, because y'all will keep lying. You're not what? You on here talking. Just get on here and, instead of typing, just say what you got to say. I ain't going to say nothing to you. Just say what you got to say. I'll give you 2 minutes. Say what you got to say. You know? Be a lioness. Come on. All right. Well, I don't want to block you, so I mean, I'm trying to give you a chance to speak. Just go ahead. I'm not gonna be rude. Oh boy. I'm not gonna be rude. All right. Who else want to come on? Cause let's see. She don't want to come on. See, she don't want to come on. Let me see. I would like a sister to come on though. Must be undercover. Oh man. Okay, let me see. All right, let's see. Let's see. Give me a second. I'm trying to. Give me 1 second. He say blackity black, man. Oh boy. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Israel, for the dead air. I'm just trying to. Another person they want to come on. All right, let's see if the brother he want to speak. I'm gonna give him a chance to say something.
Hey, shalom, elder, shalom. You can hear me?
Shalom, 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 shalom.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Hey, look, I haven't forgotten about the shirts. I gotta get the money right. So I want you, you know.
Oh, it's okay. There. Hey, yeah, just let me know if you need me to send that in advance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, man, just you know, working hard. But yeah, I want to touch on a lot of things. You know, I think a really big divide is happening, and and you know what I'm about to touch on.
Go ahead.
I'm about to touch on why in the first place do who we call the so-called Latinos and Hispanics, why do we see them claiming Israel so hard? What do they see that makes them think they're Israel? Well, now we got to go to the main inspiration. If they're going to claim the history of their ancient tribes here in the Americas that link them to Israelite culture, then we must therefore verify that they are in fact the original peoples of the pyramids, of the temples, of these regions that were in the Americas. And this is the secret that the Hispanics, before they came to the Americas, have known about. And then once they came here and conquered, they stole the records and made their own copies and showed and proved time and time again how these were Negroid people. National Geographic is now coming out and speaking that the ancient skeletons of the times that all of these so-called super civilizations existed in the Americas do not match the DNA or the people today in the modern places that say they are these people. So you have a switch up. And so now they are claiming a bloodline that even they were lied about. You see, because this is the domino effect. Not only have they stripped our lineage, they have stripped multiple people's lineages to cover up what they have done. That's why they divide and conquer. So that way we won't know what the hell we're talking about. They won't know what the hell they're talking about. And this is going to be a confusion all across the board. So now when we start understanding that we have so-called Latinos to this day that know that the ancient history in the Americas is linked to the Egyptians, is linked to the Israelites, is linked to all sorts of voyages of Phoenicians. And so now this is where it comes into play. We know for a fact that these ancient civilizations plus the Israelites were over here, but they still come from the regions of Africa. Because no matter what we try to argue, and this is an Aboriginal brother saying this, before Abraham was in America, he was kicking it with the Ethiopians. His whole lineage comes from the nobles, the princes in Nimrod's kingdom. They were nobles in the Ethiopian kingdom. And so he actually was one of the later migrations that came to what we call the promised land, the land of Canaan, because obviously Canaan went there illegally and Egypt followed. Because Canaan produced pharaohs as well at times. It was a province of Egypt most times in tribute. So we see that no matter which way we look at it, of this land were what we call of Negroid descent. And so now this is what they're now like a few people I've mentioned. I'm not going to say harsh words like rape babies, but there is, what we call it's called ethnic cleansing in a way, eugenics, because this was the plan of even the Tartars, who are the pure Caucasian. They plan to literally water down people's lineages so that way they could treat them as such. You have no lineage. Your lineage is my totalitarian rulership. This is what we're faced with. This is why every single society in every single country is at threat now, because the people who we call the elite don't want anybody to be associated with the nationality. They want all of us to be victims in serial numbers. And so this is the situation that we're dealing with. Not only is Israel suffering this, but these other nations are. And this is why you have almost every single country of people who try to fit themselves into the curses, of people that try to fit themselves into the holy lineages. So this was a design by the religious mindsets. When we deal with the people who created the largest religion in the world, their whole scheme was to make it seem like any Gentile could be part of Israel. This is what the Anglo-Saxons were about. This is what the KKK was about. They were literally trying to put themselves in as the new Israel. And everybody, all nations fell in love with this idea that they could become the new Israel. The Gentiles grafted in. And so now this is what we see with the Latino brothers as well. It's those Gentile branches now trying to force themselves into the holy tree instead of going through the proper channels. So this is where the confusion's coming in. And now that they have been tricked that they are the original people of the Americas, they have also now been tricked about their original history, thinking that they descend from those Negroid people who built the 10,000 plus pyramids in the Americas, who painted themselves on the walls, on the temples as Negro peoples with turbans and mitris. So there's no way around that. They are not, whether you want to call them the lost tribes of Arthureth or whether you want to call them the original peoples of Israel in that land, the Incas, so on and so forth, are not the people that's claiming to be them today. And so this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with now a people who as well, majority have been duped into believing that there's somebody that they're not.
Right.
And ultimately, if you don't come from the Negroid, you either come from, like everybody knows, do the bloodline. You either come from the European Hispanic or you come from the Siberian Mongoloid. Period. This is the bloodline. And as smart as everybody wants to be, nobody's talking about this because the bloodline will not lie. They might lie and say where your origin is, but they're not going to lie and say who you're related to. This is why we can read through the bloodline who is who of Israel and Africa. Yeah, not everybody, but we do have remnants. And so now you have a people who I believe are the Canaanites. As much as they say we're the Canaanites, I believe the opposite. I believe that there's a remnant of Canaanites in those regions. Because now, when you read about who the Canaanites are, they have always been so close to Israel because they hold dearly to the same land that we do. The scriptures refer to the land of Canaan how many times? So you always have what we would call a thorn in the side of Israel, and that's Canaan. And so now I believe once again, this ancient rivalry is sparking up. Now you're going to have to battle one more time for a people who will die for this land as much as you will, or whatever land you think is Israel. And yeah, they're tough people. We could never rid them fully out the land. Read the book of Joshua, read the book of Judges. We can never fully get rid of them. They're a tough ass people. I'll give them that. Point blank, no matter how we look at it, scriptures tell us they are a strong, mighty people as well. And who do you see always fighting alongside Israel? The Latinos. As far as look at the boxing and the sports, they are a warrior people. Right. But that bloodline don't lie. There's a haplogroup C, and that is a Mongoloid, South Asian phenotype and bloodline. It's there.
Right. Get into that.
With that,
No, get into it a little bit. You can get into it a little bit.
All right. So when we see that there is a bloodline that enters this land from one side of the globe, and then we have the bloodline and the history of the Negroid people coming to this land, you have two migrations. You have an eastern route and a western route. Now, we can document the western route. That's easy. Because when you read the early records of Columbus, of these individuals, you clearly see that they have found the boats that dot the eastern shores. And these are Egyptian boats, and these are Phoenician boats. And we know that the Israelites rode on Phoenician boats. The Phoenicians were key instrumental masons that helped build the temples. Haram, the king of them. So we have that. That's very well documented. Now, you have it on the eastern side. Now you must ask yourself, what was the true lineage that migrated from Babylon east? This lineage, when you read in the Canaanite records, or should I say the scriptures that we have that speak about the Canaanites, when you read the book of Jubilees, whether you subscribe to it or not, there is a specific verse that tells you that Canaan's land should be the great western sea. So they would dot the seacoast. And so when people mistranslate the word Yam from west or sea, they mistranslate it and put west because they want you to think as West Africa, Canaan. This is where that doctrine is coming from. They think that we are Canaanites. When really, if you have an aboriginal mindset, the great Western Sea, the greatest ocean in the West that you could ever name is the Pacific. So if we're dealing with Canaan and you were given the sea, then obviously as a Gentile, you're not going to have the shores of America as your Lord-given land. You're going to have the shores of the other side of the Great Western Sea, which is the southern Chinese, southeastern lands. And this is why you have the greatest name in Asia. Whenever somebody mentions Asia, you have to put China in your mouth, because China is the great nation of Ham that really, really inspired a lot of things that people don't give them credit for. They are the only people who have steady worshiped the dragon, the serpent nonstop, and we could care less. China itself comes from the word Xing or Shang, like Shanghai. And Shang, when you go into the history, is literally the name of their forefather. And when you read the scriptures, this is indeed a son of Canaan. The Sinites, right? And the Sinites are those who we have the name of Mount Sinai after, because they came to the Holy Lands first, but they stole it. So we're fighting for a people who believe that this is their land as much as ours. We're fighting against a Hamitic conglomerate. The reason why I believe Africa is allowing China in so hard into their land. Because, yeah, I do believe that now these Chinese are fully incorporated and absorbed into the Tartarian, Japhetic rulership. That is still their most ancient basal lineage. So now you have the Asian African connection, just like in ancient times, why you can find Ming Dynasty China ware and all sorts of decorum and statues all throughout the Mozambique, Zimbabwe regions, because there was huge trade routes. And so now this connection is happening once again. And so now the push is on. I've seen many of brothers fall from Israelites to actually believing now they are full-fledged Africans. And now they are abandoning their Israelite stance, not knowing that they're getting sucked into something that is very dangerous. And so now you have these people who are actually getting assistance from the Chinese people. People don't understand that these Latino countries have had Chinese and Japanese presidents time and time again, from South America all the way up to Central America. So they have always had a connection. This is how you know they're not the children of Israel, because they have an identity, they have a nationality. They don't have the destroyed history as the curses had told us we would get. At the end of the day, but what is it? It's the basal, it's the poor Latinos who even the government admits that they are admixed with the Negro and they must be put in the same boat. And that's the only reason why poor Latinos are being picked on, because those are the ones that are likely to have the Israelite strain, not the suburban majority population of these so-called Hispanics in these Latino areas. And so this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the problems of race mixing, exactly how Israel has been dealing with time and time again. It's always been like this for us. It's always been this chaotic. It was this chaotic when we tried to pull out of Babylon. It was this chaotic when we tried to pull out of Greece. And it doesn't change.
Let me ask you a couple of questions.
You're always going to have a people clinging. Yeah.
Let me ask you a couple of questions. One brother asked, what about the shoe people? And another person asked about the Sumerians. And another brother asked, what are you, what do you say? Can you ask the brother, is he from the seed of Jacob? So let's deal with the Sumerians and shoe. Then are you from the seed of Jacob? Real quick.
Okay, man. So the Shu people, the Sumerians, these Hamitic people, these Hamitic individuals that are mixed with Shemitic, right? I believe that the Sumerian people were not actually in the Middle East, but they were actually in East Africa. You have the Iraku tribe people, which I believe are some of the most ancient descendants of the Sumerians. The Iraku people in Tanzania, which are the majority population, actually tell you they came from the regions of Iraq thousands of years ago, and they returned to Tanzania as they believe that that was their original homeland. And so now you have, in the ancient scriptures, you have the Chaldeans, which are a Shemitic mix of individuals that have combined with the mystery school religions of Babylon, Sumer. And these were the 5 kings that came to the lands of Sodom and Gomorrah, which is, as we all know, near to the Holy Lands. And this is the Babylonian Chaldean influence and astrology and all sorts of admixture as well that you can see in the Americas. This is why people time and time again, like if anybody's familiar with Madame Blavatsky, has seen the similarities between Kushite Hinduism and Egyptology in the Americas. How did that get there? How did the same exact architecture get there? Same exact logo designs for the hieroglyphs. Little slight mannerisms that are different. So yeah, so that's my take on the Sumerians. And am I from the seed of Jacob? I believe so, based on readings that parallel with what I believe is a preserved branch of the original man, that even bloodline testing can prove how everybody comes from Adam, but there's a distinct bloodline that stands out. And so, you know, whether or not I am, the fact of the matter is that the Most High is using me and using many brothers to be a light. And as that draws attention, it also draws, you know, a lot of evildoers, a lot of naysayers, a lot of people that get high off of causing arguments and strife instead of building. Okay, if you don't agree, get your own platform, but don't antagonize a brother if you see that he has an upright spirit and a humble heart. You know what I'm saying? And so that's really what it is. Now we see, I've noticed myself, I block people that try to say that anybody with Negro descent cannot be an Israelite. I block y'all, don't entertain that, because I'm here to be a light. I'm not here to fight fire with fire. So with that, yeah, that's peace, you know, shalom.
All right. Yeah, so good information. I hope everybody was edified. I'm going to get one more question in. Brothers, one guy said Babylonians and the Chaldeans were not the same people.
Okay. Yeah, and I don't know if I maybe spoke too, maybe didn't speak a word or spoke too fast, but, you know, I meant to say, and I believe I said that the Chaldeans is really more so the name or the title that you're given when you enter the secret societies. Because Chaldeans mean those who have the knowledge, who observe, who know the astrology, who know the wisdom of the ancient Atlantean times in the days of Enoch that was recovered. See, and a lot of people are scared of this book. They're scared of this knowledge. But let's go to the book of Jubilees, and it tells you how descendants of Shem found these records, he discovered ancient things that were left behind. And he was scared to tell Noah. He was scared to tell his brothers because it was the knowledge of the watchers, the reason why the flood had to come in the first place. And so it was dealing with the astrology, the divinations, and he coveted this. And lo and behold, this is the lineage of Arpachshad through Shem. And what happened with the lineage of Arpachshad? It became smitten with the lineage of Cush, because Abraham's family were nobles in Nimrod's kingdom. So that Chaldean astrology was embraced by both Shemites and Hamites. This is the this is the true root of the Babylonian Egyptian mysteries, which even the Hebrews had what I believe is a true interpretation, or I should say revelation strictly from the Most High, our temple worship to combat the evil worship. So yeah.
All praises. At the end of the day, yeah. Oh, somebody sent me some. Wow, okay. I'm going to show y'all something if I can. I'm going to show y'all something if I can. I don't know how to do it. I wish I knew how to put this picture in the chat room, because I don't see nothing wrong with the brother. He been teasing us all night. So I wish, put that in the chat room. We can talk about it. Right? I noticed, and just slightly, do you have a question for the mighty Hebrew?
Who, myself?
Yeah.
Oh man, truthfully, man, you know, I don't really.
And not a debate form.
I don't really indulge.
Right, I got you.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, brother. What you said?
No, I was saying that because I want to show people how to build in harmony, but also if people going to be ignorant, you know, we're going to smash you in ignorance. You know,
right.
You know, and that's that form. That's why I asked you, because I do like your scholarship, and you know, and I love the mighty Hebrew scholarship. You know, he said the Chaldeans were.
I mean, no, yeah. I mean, obviously, it's no strife in the heart, because you know, I never, you know, I would never allow myself to get sucked into hating a fellow brother. You know what I'm saying?
He said this: the Chaldeans were. Can you read that comment? What he's saying?
The Chaldeans were Lumero-Atlanteans. Now, see, now, yeah, and this is where now, yes, I believe that there's a strain of that's true. Now, what I believe, my take, is that there was a remnant that survived. Not everybody died in the flood, and some of this remnant was what we call that giant gene, that Atlantean, right, Nephilim gene. And so you have, even after the flood, a mixing. Canaanites mixed. How else were they able to build giant palaces and fortified cities for us once we killed them and we lived in their homes? You know, these were giant people. Normal human beings.
The steps were taller than you and I.
Right. Yep. Huge. So huge. Right. Mm-hmm. And that's what the Most High told us. That he said these giants built all this up just for you. So kill them all and live in your land. This is what he told us in the book of Joshua. This was the conquering of the land of Canaan. So, you know, and then on top of that, the Chaldeans had that knowledge, as it says in Jubilees. And even if you read the records of Thoth the Atlantean, there was a teaching of these ancient records, specifically to the sons of Ham, as we know the original ancient pronunciation of Ham is. So, yeah, man, you know, it's no mystery, you know, that you know, ancient remnants of bloodlines survived, you know, and there was an ancient science back then. So yeah.
Okay, so I mean, I give you the last word. I give you the last word, and I bring some else on.
All right, yeah, you know, I just want to say, you know, everybody, you know, just be more open, you know, research something before you totally dismiss it or act like it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody's coming to you and he's speaking intelligibly and he's considerate, he's compassionate, and he's humble, and he's showing much love and respect, hear that person out. Check out what he has to offer before you give a rebuttal. Otherwise, you're doing a disservice not only to yourself and myself, but the Most High, because that's not true and honorary truth seeking. So yeah, with that, I want to say shalom and you know, much love.
All praises, all praises. Okay, shalom, shalom. All right, I'll call you and talk to you later. Shalom. All right, Uriah, let me read what the brother said here when you talk about the table of nations in Genesis 10. I want to read something.
All right, Uriah, I'm gonna bring you back on. Well, you gotta send you have to send a request. We supposed to be doing family tree night. We got sidetracked. You know, we can still do it. If anybody want to come on and show their family tree, you're still welcome to show your family tree. From your daddy to your grandpappy. Still do that. Just in fun, Israel. You know. And to show who the hell you are. Daquan, man, put that picture on this post if you can. Okay, here we go, Daquan. Uriah. Try it again, Uriah. It's acting up. Yeah, you cancel it out. Cancel yours out, Uriah, and then jump back in. Cancel yours out, and then jump back in. They won't post? Yeah, buddy. I wish I could post it. I'm trying to tell you. Man. But Uriah, jump off and jump back in. That's the only way. Because I don't know why it's doing that. Sometimes it does that. I've been getting pretty good in this thing, but for some reason. Yeah, Uriah, you got to like jump off. Let me see. I don't think you jumped off though, see.
There it is. Wait a minute, almost there. Just a second. You should be on. There we go. All right, go ahead.
Can you hear me? Is it echoing?
And how did it happen? Yeah.
Right, hold on. Let me put my earpieces in. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. All right, still doing it now?
No, you're good. Loud and clear.
All right. Yeah, I was saying like earlier, they didn't want to hear because the scriptures was coming out. It was I was bringing out prophecies on these heathens. And like that first heathen I was saying, he was kind of disrespectful. He was let down because brothers told him something that, you know, just wasn't true. Because his parents or his own people didn't teach him that. So don't get mad at brothers because they taught you something. Your people supposed to taught you this. The scripture said that we're in the land of our captivity, we'll return back to him and remember him and bethink him. How come you and your ancestors haven't bethinked the Most High? And y'all ain't coming back to him. Why y'all got niggas to teach y'all this? So that's what I want to say about that one.
Right.
And this other person that came on, I was trying to ask the question. I wanted to ask him, was he from the seed of Jacob? And I wanted to know, was both his parents black? That's what I was trying to ask him, but I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll definitely ask him, but I mean, let's see. I know you wanted to bring out a couple of scriptures last time. You was a finish on the scriptures you wanted to bring out. You can go ahead and finish on that.
I'm just going to speak on this, but I'm not going to read it no more. Revelation 1, 13 to 14, Daniel 7, 9, 11 talks about the woolly hair, talks about the image of Mashayach Christ. So they playing games saying we don't know how you look. Only people that got woolly hair is niggas, Negroes, African Americans, whatever you want to call it, slaves. We fit that description. and his eyes was red because he's coming back with vengeance to shed blood. So that's the description of who you call a black man. So they playing games saying they don't know who Christ is no more. Whatever. Just like all the rest of the heathens, they trying to discredit us and trying to fit them in. And I was gonna go to Ezekiel. That's where they cut me off at when I was going to that chapter. I was going to Ezekiel 39. Ezekiel 39, 21 through 29. It say, and I will set my glory among the heathen. And all the heathen shall see my judgment that I have executed, and my hand that I have laid upon them. So what I was saying was, all y'all heathens that come against the children of Israel, don't worry about what we saying and doing. The Most High got his hand set upon y'all, and he going to execute judgment on y'all. Believe it or not. Verse 22, so the house of Israel shall know that I am the Lord their God from that day and forward. He's the Lord our God, not y'all God. Verse 23, and the heathen shall know that the house of Israel went into captivity for their iniquity. That's why we're in captivity, for our iniquity. Because they trespassed against me, therefore hid I my face from them and gave them into the hand of their enemies. That's why we scattered throughout the four corners of the earth in our enemies' lands. He hid his face from us and gave us into the hand of our enemies. So fell they all by the sword. 24, according to their uncleanness and according to their transgressions have I done unto them, and hid my face from them. Verse 25, therefore thus saith the Lord God, now will I bring again the captivity of Jacob, and have mercy upon the whole house of Israel. We're going to get that mercy back, and will be jealous for my holy name. 26, after that they have borne their shame in all their trespasses whereby they have trespassed against me, when they dwelt safely in their land, and none made them afraid. And bro, I gotta bring a precept. When it said it says when they have borne their shame, we borne the shame of the heathen. It's a shame to be a bondman like the heathen. I'm gonna bring the precept to show what I'm talking about. It's in Ezekiel 36. This is the shame we got right now. We born the shame of the heathen. Ezekiel 36 verse 6. It says, prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say unto the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. So we're in our shame right now. To be in captivity and be at the bottom, that's the shame of the heathen, because we was on top and we was the nation above. We borne the shame of you heathens. So now y'all on top, y'all laughing and scoffing and making jokes about us. We bearing the shame of y'all right now, but we gonna be back on top. All y'all heathens, Hispanics, Native Indians, Caucasians, East Indians, Ishmaelites, all y'all heathens that's not black, we bearing y'all shame right now. That's why y'all looking at us, looking down on us. We bearing the shame of y'all right now. I'm gonna skip to verse 15. It say, neither will I cause men to hear indeed the shame of the heathen anymore. Neither shalt thou bear the reproach of the people anymore. Neither shalt thou cause thy nations to fall anymore, saith the Lord God. So he's going to take us, he's going to get that shame off us when he delivers from the hand of all the haters. So don't worry about that. We bearing the shame right now, but guess what? It's going to be uplifted off us. I just had to bring that out real quick, brother. And we was talking about the shame. Ezekiel 39 and 25. no, 26. Let me go back. It says, after that, they have borne their shame, which we just read, and all their trespasses whereby they have trespassed against me, when they dwell safely in their land, and none made them afraid. Verse 27. When I have brought them again from the people, and gathered them out of their enemies' lands. So America is not our land, it's our enemies' lands. Our homeland was in the land, we had Canaan and Jerusalem, not over here. So all y'all talking about America is the northern tribes' lands, that's the enemies' lands, that's not our land. So thank y'all for saying that this is y'all homeland. That's just showing that y'all heathens and that's y'all not our people. It says, when I have brought them again from the people and gathered them out of their enemies' lands, and am sanctified in them in the sight of many nations. Oh, we're gonna be sanctified in the sight of many nations. Verse 28. Then shall they know that I am the Lord their God, which caused them to be led into captivity among the heathen. We're among the heathen everywhere. Any land you look at, you see black people, and we're among the heathen. Every land. I don't care what you, and then brothers will get slick. Oh, Haiti, they got their own land. Guess what? Haiti, all Haitians is not Israelites. You got people in Haiti that's a lot of heathens in Haiti. Stop playing games.
Yep.
There's a lot of heathens in Jamaica. So that's not the Israelites' land. That's our enemies' land. For anybody want to get slick. We don't have our land no more. Our land is gone. So don't play games.
Right. Right. That's a fact.
It says, but yeah. It says, but I have gathered them unto their own land, and have left none of them any more there. 29. Neither will I hide my face any more from them, for I have poured out my spirit upon the house of Israel, saith the Lord God. He poured his spirit out on us. Why you think you see only black men, black women, and we teach our children? We the only ones representing the Most High. Where's the Tainos and the Puerto Ricans that you love so much, and all the rest of these heathens? Where they teaching their children and the women and the men out here representing the Most High in this truth? They're not doing it because they're not the children of Israel. That's why they're not doing it. Because they're just not us. That's why. See, we go on prophecies. We go on what's written. There's nothing wrong with going on history, but if your history ain't lined up with the Bible, then your history is wrong. Your history is wrong if it's not lined up with the scriptures. That's how I take it. The scriptures is over anything to me. That's how I take it. If you come with a history or some whatever and it don't line up with the Bible, I don't accept that.
Right.
I just got a few more scriptures, bro. I know you've been on for a minute. I had to get this out because they tried to cut me off earlier.
It's all good. Take time. I'm going to close it down.
All right. I'm going to go to Revelation 14 through 20. It says, and I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. 15. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle, and reap. For the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. Verse 16. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. 17. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. Verse 18. And another angel came out from the altar which had power over fire, and cried with a loud voice, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle, saying, thrust in that sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. Verse 19. And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Most High. Verse 20. And the winepress was trodden without the city,
and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horses' bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs. The reason I came to this chapter and the show is going to be so much bloodshed, it's going to be to the horse's bridle. That sickle going to be thrust through, and everybody that's not written in the Lamb's Book of Life is going to get something that Hollywood can't depict what's going to come on this earth when the Most High brings his judgment.
And it talks about in the scripture too, where it talks about if you caught with the heathens, like I guess married to him, whatever like that, with the heathen, it's saying you're gonna be thrust through. Any believers,
Right.
non-believers, you're gonna be thrust through, man. So
Right.
Time to wake up, Israel. Time to wake up. Look, so I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna say shalom, you brother.
All right.
All right, brother. Most High bless.
All right, bro.
All right. Israel, I'm gonna say shalom to you. Oh man, somebody else trying to come on. Yeah, I'm gonna say shalom to all of y'all, man. Most High. Try to remain humble. I try to remain humble. I made a video earlier. I had to do it, but that's over with, like I said. And let's keep moving forward in truth. And be humble, man. Be humble. I just hope y'all got a chance to see my reactions today when a brother came on with me. Hey, what's up, cuzzo? Came on with me. So I just hope all y'all, man, be blessed. Stay encouraged. The scriptures say this is the day the Lord made. And let us be glad and rejoice in it, man. So rejoicing every day, man. Every day. Because next thing you know, time flies. I tell you, it just felt like I was 17 yesterday. And woo, time flies, man. Trust me, time flies. So with that, man, all praise to the Most High, Ha Mashayach Yahawashi. Giving all praise and honor to Yahweh. All honor and praise to his son Yahawashi. And blessing and prayers goes up to all of you, children of Israel. Shalom.